It's one thing to send emails to your restaurant's customers. It's another thing altogether to turn those emails into paying customers. In today's training, we're going to talk about writing email copy that gets your customers in the door and purchasing from you more often. Stay tuned. My name is Mark Sieverkrop. I'm a business strategist and restaurant owner, and this is day 17 of a 30-day video training series I've created called the Inflation Proof Restaurant. In each episode, I break down how you can create your own automated sales machine within your restaurant by implementing direct response email marketing. Now, if you missed the previous days, don't worry. I've also created a complete mind map that outlines the entire process, including all 30 videos, companion guides to go with each video, templates, examples, and other resources to make this as easy as possible for you. If you want to see the full process and access all the resources from all 30 days, you can purchase the mind map for just $7 by visiting www.inboxingenuity.com/mind map and completing the order form there. And also, if you're one of those people who would rather just have someone set up your automated sales machine for you, we can totally do that. That's actually the main way in which we work with restaurants. If you want to have a conversation with me about having me and my team set up your automated sales machine and all of the associated tech, write the emails, set up the replies, all of that stuff, go ahead and book a no obligation call today by going to www.inboxingenuity.com/apply. Now, let's talk about writing copy that gets your customers in the door. Okay, so Sir Isaac Newton taught that every object will remain at rest unless compelled to change its state by the action of an external force. And I share that with you because I never want you to underestimate the effort required to get your customer to act. Whether that's coming into your restaurant on their own or taking action on an invitation in your email, it takes a lot to get a customer to act. I mean, think about it. If they're sitting at home and they read an email from you, they have to get up. They probably have to get out of their sweats and put on some actual jeans or something. They have to grab their keys, their wallet, their purse. They have to walk out the door. They have to get in their vehicle. They have to drive to your restaurant. They have to get out of their vehicle. They have to go up to the counter, or they have to be seated. They have to order. And only then do you actually get paid. It takes a lot of effort. It's not impossible, and we do it literally every day with our customers in our restaurants, but it's important that we not underestimate it either. In order to get them from reading your email on their phone or their computer to driving to your restaurant and ordering a meal takes focused effort. So let's talk about that copy that you're going to use to get them to take that effort, to put in that effort. The thing that I want to start with is the first line of your email. Now, the first line of your email has only one single goal, and it's probably not what you think it is. The goal of the first line of your email is simply to get them to read the second line. And the goal of the second line is to get them to read the third line. And you guessed it, the goal of the third line is to get them to read the fourth line. And on and on and on until you get to your call to action. If you want to turn your subscribers into sales, you have to approach your emails in this way. Every single email, every single line has to move them forward to the next step. You always have to move them forward. Now, after the subject line, the most important thing in your email is the hook of your email. And that is that first line. It's the first thing your customer is going to read. And it's what's going to hook them or not hook them on reading the rest of the email. It has to be compelling. It has to be intriguing. It has to be exciting. And what I found with the clients that I've worked with is most of the time, clients that I work with have a good hook in their email. There's a great hook in the email, but all too often it's found 3 or 4 sentences into that email. They say some things that don't really compel or excite people, and then they get to the thing that finally gets them excited and makes them want to listen. I can't tell you the number of times that I've reviewed a client's email and said, this is a great email, but I would start with this line right here that's 3, 4, 5, 6 lines down. That is the first line of your email. That's what you need to start with. The hook needs to make someone say, I have to read the rest of this email. So here's examples of hooks from emails that I've written. And notice how in each of these, it makes you want to find out the rest of the email. It makes you want to learn some more about what we're talking about, or it doesn't. And that's the goal of the email, is to get the right people to read more. So here's a couple examples. Have you ever felt like the hardest part of being an adult is deciding what to make for dinner each day? A question is a great way to hook somebody because it leads to a conversation. They're in their mind, they're going to say, well, no, I haven't wondered that. Or, oh my gosh, yeah, I have wondered that. What are you going to say about that? Another one, super quick. Time is running out to grab your free large soft serve cone. That's just talking about an urgency. It's talking about a reason for them to read the email and take advantage of whatever the email is going to talk about. Here's another one from an email from our restaurant, DK's Drive-In. There's a common misconception that DK's is fast food, like McDonald's or Burger King, but we're not. Now, anybody that identified our restaurant as being fast food or being like McDonald's or Burger King is going to want to read on, because they're going to want to know why we're not that way. Next one. Did you see the review Craig left us recently? Another one that uses a question and leads into that conversation, that internal conversation with your audience. Now, when you're writing your emails, we want to tune into WIIFM. WIIFM. This is something I learned from, I think, Zig Ziglar or somebody. But when you're writing your emails, you want to make sure that you're tuning into WIIFM, which stands for What's in It for Me. Imagine your customer reading your email and asking themselves, so what? Or why should I care? And then you want to answer those questions within your email. It's not enough to just tell them to redeem that coupon for a free ice cream cone like we were talking about earlier. We want to tell them that that coupon expires in 7 days. We want to tell them that they deserve to treat themselves. We want to tell them that ice cream is a perfect way to finish the workday. There's a million reasons that you can give them for what you want them to do. And any of them are better than no reason at all. And most reasons are good reasons. People want a reason for doing something. You want to tell them what's in it for them. You want to tell them why what you're asking them to do is important for them, which leads us to the next thing to consider when you're writing copy that turns subscribers into sales, which is, what pain are you solving? Now, as a restaurant owner, you might not think you're solving a pain. After all, you're just serving food, right? Wrong. All humans, which includes your customers are humans, spend money to do one of two things. They spend money to solve a problem or address a pain, or to obtain pleasure or enjoyment. And to be honest, most of the time, it's to address a pain or to solve a problem that they have. So what pain or problem are you solving in your restaurant? And these are the things that you want to address in the emails that you send. So here's a couple examples that might fit for your restaurant. There might be others. Are you cooking so that they don't have to? Are you helping them feed their family when they've got a busy evening with kids' activities and sports and choir practices and band recitals and all of these other things? Are you helping a husband or a boyfriend impress or treat their significant other? Are you alleviating their hunger? Are you making their birthday or their anniversary more special? You're always solving some sort of pain or helping them to experience some sort of joy. And by speaking to that pain or speaking to that joy in your emails, you're going to be able to more effectively motivate them to take action and turn those emails into sales. So think about the pain that you're solving. Think about the problem that you're solving for them. If you can speak to that in your emails, they will take action more often. And finally, the last thing is you want to make sure that you have a clear call to action. You want to be crystal clear about what you want them to do and how what you want them to do addresses that pain that they're experiencing or solves that problem that they are experiencing in their life. Now, we've talked a lot about calls to actions in previous training. So there's a link to a couple of the other pieces of the 30-day challenge inside the companion guide, where you can go back and review. And I would encourage you to go back and review that for more specific information on creating great calls to action in your emails. But you want to make sure that you finalize it with inviting them to take action. Whatever it is you want them to do, make sure that it's clear and make sure that it is tied to that pain that you are addressing in the email. So, those are a few tips for turning your subscribers into sales, writing copy that gets them to actually pull out their wallet or their purse and to give you money, come into your restaurant more often, purchase more often than they otherwise would. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about the next part of this, which is using urgency to get your customers to act now. We don't want them to put it off until next week. We want them to come into your restaurant now. And so we're going to talk about how to use urgency to do that in the very next video. Hey, super quick, I wanted to check in with you. So you've watched this training, maybe you've watched a few of the other ones, and you might be thinking, wow, Mark, this sounds like a lot of work. Or you might be thinking, I really just don't have time to do this. And if that's you, I want to suggest something. What if you just had me and my team do it for you? What if we just set up the entire automated sales machine for you? The tech, the marketing materials, the landing pages, the email copy, all of it. What if we just did it for you? If that's something that appeals to you, then I think you and I should chat. I want you to fill out the form at inboxingenuity.com/apply, and we can book a call to chat and see if it's right for you. Look, there's no obligation. We'll just have a conversation. I'll learn a little bit more about your restaurant, the goals that you have, the things that you want to accomplish, and we'll see if it's a good fit to have us work together and set up your automated sales machine for you. Again, if that sounds like something you might be interested in, go to inboxingenuity.com/apply to book your call now.